So good morning, traders. So just a quick recap on this morning's short positions on Great British Pound US dollar on the 11th of July. So I knew we had red folder news at Frankfurt Open. So I thought I'd just draw out my levels, wait for the news to drop, wait for price to come up to one of my levels, which always happens, and then I'll just get in on the retracement. So I'd first of all custom morning charts here. I drew out a level lower down. I noticed this point of control here, the level above, which I'll talk about in a minute. Price opened here, news dropped, price went up. So I'll now go and show you everything. Let's start off with this morning chart, hold it across. There it is. Right, so let's try and make that a bit bigger for you. Right, so we can see I've drawn out this level, which is the lower level, which is this value area low here. We've got a volume node there, which is pretty much where price opened. Got the point of control just above that, the edge of the ledge there. Okay, so those are my instant first points of interest. If we're traded through that level, we would have filled all these single prints, and the next logical area would have been a value area high. But I used my other charts to build more confluence. So that was the levels I drew out there. And also I drew one out much higher up, which was probably about 40 or 50 pips higher, which I thought price won't get there in one move, which is this little ledge there, as you can see. So that's my levels drawn out on the morning chart. And we rejected from this level here, the green, the higher green one there. Pull that back over. As you can see. The day chart. Do some levels out, and let me just scroll across again. Sorry, hold on. My phone's on silent, someone's calling me. Bear with, I've just got to try and find where this profile was. Somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, there we are. Right, so you can see this one. So we'd opened somewhere, I don't know where it was, somewhere around about there, I think, on the custom morning chart. So I drew out this level here, which was the edge of the ledge by this single print profile. And we look there, you can see structure point there where we had rejected from previously and made a lower high. So that's where I drew at that level. And again, I thought if we end up trading through this level, we're going to probably actually trade through all these single prints and fill it up to there, which again, same as on the morning chart, was a big ask the first thing in the morning before London Open. So I thought definitely going to be looking at some sort of pullback after that initial news burst up. So this was a logical area for me. So that's the daily. Again, let's just delete that and move the chart back over. Then I'll show you the weekly, which was a big giveaway. Pull that back over. And that's where we rejected from. Weekly. Let me show you now. we can see a little bit bigger for you. Clearly, that edge of a ledge where the single print area is. So that's where I drew that line, and that is where we rejected from that distribution there. Price is dropping. So see that? This back over. Ooh. So that was my profile confluences. We rejected right from that level. Now let me show you what also I'd seen, if I can pull it over. Oh, which I can't find now, it's not on there. So there was, it's gone. Let's see if I can find it on there. Well, that's annoying. I was going to show you on the angle stick chart. Look how these imbalances are being respected. So there was sitting somewhere around about here, a red line like that, which tells me on the market depth historical graph. And I looked also at the depth of market to cross-reference to see the size of the order. And we had sitting at this level, somewhere around about here, 100 and I think it was about 161, 170 contracts, which was sitting on this side at a price point. So I thought that that was probably going to be a resting order, which was going to be not someone trying to enter the market, but possibly longs having set in their limit orders to take profits. So buyers taking profits. That's what I thought it was going to be. So the level somewhere around about there. And I thought if that gets filled, then somewhere that might add weight to a possible reversal somewhere in that region. So that's what I was looking at as well on the resting orders. We had also traded up, we can see we rallied. These stars are the current week's deviation bands, and obviously the mauvey, purpley, pinky color bands are the current days. So we burst up outside the current week's deviation band extremes. You can see the exhaustion indicator kicking in there, saying there's delta divergences coming on. So that was telling me there's possibly a little bit of that stop run at the end of the news spike up with exhaustion taking place. So I factored that in as well to the equation of my probabilities that we're going to be seeing a reversal. So we had the weekly, the daily, the morning, the historical market depth graph, and the VWAP. I then looked also at the footprint. I think I was looking at the 3 minute at any specific point of time. Yeah, so we were starting to auction up. We then come just above the point of control into that resting order level, and I could see a lot of selling taking place. So I was a bit trigger happy as I put in my in the Discord my screenshot and entered some positions early. But then before my actual point of interest was reached, so I got in early, got in drawdown, and then you can see we've got the buying climax followed by the transition to the sell side, stacked imbalance that then got filled, causing another stacked imbalance. And then you can see, so I added more positions somewhere around about here. I think it was after I saw that rejection candle with this stacked imbalance and it getting filled. I think I started adding more positions somewhere around about there. It was a 3-minute chart, yeah. And then you'll see buyers then started taking control. Got a half-hearted effort to pull back into that imbalance there, and buyers, the weaker buyers, then were still in market trying to get long, eventually gave up. You can see a rejection tail there, and then obviously look, masses are selling. Price then started going back down. We're holding at the moment by looks of it at VWAP. So I've closed all my positions out just before VWAP somewhere it was. And I've got one position that I've still got running at the moment, which I'm just going to leave that stops at break even. So if I do get a pump lower, that would be nice. But if not, I've already closed the load out anyway. So money's made for the day. So that is what I was looking for on the charts to take today's trade. It's going to be a lot of liquidity now. If these market makers are no longer in the market, if they've exited, there's a lot of liquidity below there, below that. Let's call it trend line liquidity, which would be nice to see if we trade down. But sweet. Right, catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Everyone out.